This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to this another video in Market Talk YouTube channel. Hope you understood the importance of non-trending day also. So today was a non-trending day in line with the Astro View. So expecting some trending view on this Tuesday and Friday. So let's be ready for that. But there is not 100% chance that every day will happen as per the Astro View. It is always Astro View is just a guidance, not a indication of your trading style. Let's go into the market view what happened today and how we can find out the non-trending day something like this from the levels. Let's start with the disclaimer. So disclaimer, standard disclaimer, please take your trades based on your own decision, and I am not responsible for any loss based on the trades you taken based on these views. We'll start with the trading mantra. So trading mantra is, as option seller, look for some big premiums. Don't go behind small premiums and it'll be a trap because the risk reward ratio is not in your favor. For example, in Bank Nifty, never short options which is less than at least 200 rupees. Okay, because any movement in by selling an option which is say 50 rupees, 60 rupees can trap you. See, it's possible that definitely the probability of that option becoming zero will be very high, no doubt. But during the day, as an intraday trader, whether you'll be able to get out of the trade in loss or profit is important. If the trade goes against you on the day, you are forced to exit. Or if you want to carry forward the trade, then you have to give big margin. Okay, so this is the problem. So always ensure that you short premiums which are at least 200 rupees in Bank Nifty, and in case of Nifty at least 100 rupees. So that you'll be able to manage your trades profitably. The risk reward ratio will be in your favor. Hope you can understand the theme what I'm telling. And as option trader, if you are definitely stuck in some time in the past and made losses, this will be one of the reason actually. So the main important data for the today is the FIA data. So FIS again trapped the people by yesterday on Friday. They were just last 3 days they've been closing the positions, and today everybody would have expected that the market they'll be again short and they'll go negative in the futures, index futures. But today they added 10,000 contracts in the futures, and they want to trap the retailers who want to go on short. So always go against the market. Most of the times the market goes against you. So you go against the market and most of the times you'll get rewarded. Today also when the market gap down, shorted the puts, and that was a rewarding trade. So go against the market most of the times, 90% of times it will reward you. If the wherever the problem is there, your stop loss will save you. As I mentioned in the past also last week, for intraday trades, stop loss is your savior, and for positional trades, your option, bought options or hedge is a savior. Please remember this rule and save in your subconscious mind. Definitely this will help you one day or other. So let us go into the charts, power of 2, what happened, and see in the charts what is telling the view for the in the coming days. So first let us see the case of Nifty actually in the daily charts. In the daily charts, if you see today in the today it is like pin bar formation has happened actually, and yesterday as a shooting star. So this like this pattern formed many times in Nifty actually in the past. Okay, maybe like you can just have a look at it yourself also. See the chart pattern, how many times formed like this. Several times I have noticed the formation like this. So this high and low, this low, both will be a very important factor, deciding factor for the coming days. So on the high side, 11,450, on the low side, 11,255. So these two rates are going to be very important deciding factors for the coming days. Please, as exercise, go through in the past how many days it happened like this and what happened in the past, and you'll be able to see very interesting results. But a simple thing is that you should know, take note of this high of Friday and low of today. Very important for deciding the coming days movement, price movement. And let's go into the hourly charts. Coming to the hourly charts, it was in the range, now it came down, and now it is resisting to go down, now want to go up. Maybe possible that it should be going for filling the gap, 11,500 levels, and then only we'll make some move for desired later on. So there is a high chance that we'll test 500, 11,500, and then by the time everybody will come under the impression that it is a buy on dips, then they'll start another move. So like one day or other that the move, the down move, whatever comes, may not be predictable. So be ready for that, because the chance will be not be given, because they'll be trapping like anything. No, they will not be able to get out at all from the longs. That's the type of traps they used to do for the retailers by the FIs. Let us see for the Bank Nifty what's happening. Bank Nifty also is moving inside a big range. If you see that it came inside this range and you want to fill up this gap, definitely I'm sure it is going to fill this gap. When is what the matter of time. So this gap also need to be filled, and this gap will get filled. So we should go 25,300, so 23,500 levels, and then see some down move to fill this gap. So I'm sure this 22,000 levels will be tested in this month, September month. Let's be for that ready also, but we'll go with the levels. We'll not plan for the full month and then waste our time, because everyday movement is enough for us to make say 50 to 100 points in Bank Nifty, or at least the 20-30 points in Nifty. That's more than sufficient. Let us go to the first setup in the Nifty, and then for Bank Nifty we'll see. So for Nifty, if you see what's happening here, we are seeing that Heller Fisher is giving almost getting support at this level. Let us see the bigger frame. If you see here, you can see how the Heller Fisher is coming down, and where reversal is not seen. The zero level should be get protected. Last time, every time that the buy and dips happening here, that this is the third time now, whether we are going to get protection here, or we are going to get reversal or go continue the down move. It's a matter of time. We just watch the levels, follow the Heller Fisher, you will get some leads actually. So here also cloud, if you see here, it is getting support at Kijun-sen here. Tenkan-sen is yet to give a sell signal. Wait for the time. Maybe like maybe take another 3-4 days time it may take to give a sell signal. But till the time we have to wait. And coming to Bank Nifty, here also same thing, same case for Bank Nifty also. This Tenkan-sen need to come down below this Kijun-sen for sell signal. And Heller Fisher is already given sell signal only, is due to reversal. If any reversal comes around zero level, then it will be buy on dips. So we see for signal, now is a non-trending day. It was a today. Tomorrow, like the 2 days in this week, including Friday, Tuesday and Friday, expecting some trending day. Get ready for that. So for that, you need to follow the levels very strictly. So what are the levels I'm giving the end of this presentation PPT? That levels, take note and mark in your charts. Whenever the move is coming above this long breakout or short breakout, below the short breakout, then you should be ready for that move. Now let us go to the second chart setup, because as of this now, this setup, Heller Fisher is the early indicator of the trend reversal topping pattern. We got this here, but the follow-up move need required to continue the pattern. Coming to the second chart setup, Bollinger Band and Arun. Bollinger Band, after the breakdown below 20 moving average, Nifty is not giving any continuation. It is supposed to touch 11,180 or 200 levels, but we got a pin bar formation indicating bullishness. It's a bullish candle. And Arun has not given any sell signal. Arun up has become slightly weak, no doubt, but Arun down is completely zero. It has gone to zero level, means the bears are sleeping. It need to get up for any shorts to start building up. So as of now, there is no indication from Arun for any bears to start the shorts. Coming to the Bank Nifty, we got a very good support at 20 moving average, which is the mid of the Bollinger Band. Arun up is around 81 levels, and Arun down is zero, which is bears are completely zero. They are neutralized. No indication from the bears to go for shorts. So as of now, we are getting very good support 20 moving average. Look for this 20 moving average. Any breakdown below close only, we can get some lead. As of now, option pain also was around 23,000. There is no change at all. There's big fight going on between the bulls and bears. Let us go to the third chart setup. Third chart setup is the Heikin Ashi and the super trend, triple super trend. The triple super trend still is in the buy signal only. We need to break all three super trends on the Heikin Ashi. Then only we can get some sell signal. As of now, definitely with the Heikin Ashi open equal to high, definitely the Nifty is in sell mode only. No doubt about that. And also we got a sell signal from ADX, DMI. So DA plus has gone down below DA minus. So it is sell signal. And also the ADX is also is giving going down. The trend is not coming up. Possible that once a pickup starts and down move here below 11,200, then the momentum can increase. So below 11,200 only some momentum can increase. One should be get ready for that. Let us go to the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty also same thing. Open equal to high. The momentum is slightly increased on the downside, but there is no fall off as of now. But till the time Heikin Ashi is in red, continue to hold your short positions with the hedge. Naked short positions, nothing should be kept in the Nifty Bank Nifty because it is very ferocious instrument. And anytime the movement can come with some news, like today they are telling about this KV Kamath panel, the recommendation RBI is going to announce. Not sure when what will happen after that, whether it will be taken as positive or negative. All depends on the interpretation only. So everything is just how the media takes it or how the analysts want to consider that. Everything will be considered positive only because the market is in a very bad shape, economy is in a very bad shape, because the FDA, this DAs also need to get money from the for the mutual funds. Unless they support the market which is all positive news, then only they will get money. So this is the magic of how the analyst or media works. So you need to understand that, then only you trade in the markets. So as of now, the Heikin Ashi is negative only. Now let us go to the fourth setup. Fourth setup, very simple setup. Awesome oscillator and 20 and 50 moving average. Definitely the weakness is slowly coming in. The sudden weakness is going to come in or not is all depends on how the 11,200 is getting protected. After 11,200 is broken, 11,100 is the next level. So once we see a crossover of this 20 moving average below 50 moving average, take it for granted 11,000 will be very easily breached. Okay, so 11,000 levels, I am expecting at least once to be tested in September. Let us see how it is, how far it is getting materialized. But I never go for naked shots, always hedge shots. That is always better so that you can have peaceful sleeping night. Coming to the Bank Nifty, let us see the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, it is still yet to give some sell signal. 22,300 is the 50 moving average. So then here, after breaking this level 23,000, going down, then only we can see some weakness in the Bank Nifty. And awesome oscillator for the last 3 days is giving a negative signal. Once it goes below zero, then it will be confirmed sell signal from awesome oscillator also. But as of now, there is no follow-ups happening. The big moves are coming, after that small moves, and there is no follow-up moves. FIs also are reluctant to go for any big moves on the downside because everybody is afraid of the March moves, and everybody started taking positions in the put position, long puts. So FIs does not want this to happen because they know that everybody is getting prepared, then they want to trap it. So several times they will trap, and then after that one down move they will give. That time nobody will be prepared. So that's the way how market is going to work. Let us move on to the key data. So coming to the key data, what's telling? The PCR. We'll start with the PCR. So PCR is 0.78 and 0.7 for Nifty Bank Nifty. Both are definitely bearish, below 1. And option pain is around 11,400. Today, entire day it was 11,350. It moved back to 11,400 now. So any 11,400 looks like expiry this thing task. Unless there is a big move comes, it can test 11,500 also possible. If you, but however, put option traders are very cautious, and their highest open interest at 11,000 only. They're not coming near 11,200 also. But the quantity is not so much gap between the 11,000 and 11,200. And in case of Bank Nifty, 23,000 is option pain, but exactly it is between the 21,000 highest put open interest and 24,000 highest call open interest. And Bank Nifty ratio is 2.02, exactly around 2 levels. Just watch for this level for pair trading. India VIX has gone to 22 levels. Slightly it is increased compared to Friday. And in case of Lakshman Rekha is definitely a short only candidate. As of now, 11,600 levels at least in futures need to be crossed for buy signal from Lakshman Rekha. And here also 23,700 levels need to be crossed for buy signal from Lakshman Rekha. And in case of IV, put IV is very high as compared to the call IV, but there is no much difference between the call and put IV for Nifty 20. But here also same way, there is no much gap. But however, there is a demand, higher demand related to the calls. Puts are in high demand. And in case of Nifty, the 11,400 level, definitely this is going to be a good resistance for Nifty in the coming days. Watch for this 11,400 levels. Then I think another 50 points move only. Maybe possible tomorrow it will come up and then trap the traders who are in the short and then come down again. It is not doing anything great actually. It is a range bound only now. Bank Nifty also started behaving like Bank Nifty also started behaving like Bank Nifty. And weekly trend also it is below. 11,550 levels need to be crossed for trend to come on the upside, and here also 24,000 level need to be crossed to go Nifty, Bank Nifty go on the upside. So everything is going a very divergence is going on between Nifty, Bank Nifty continuously. Let us see, whenever trading in Nifty, trade only Nifty levels. When you're trading Bank Nifty, trade only Bank Nifty levels. Never trade opposite, because it can trap you. So coming to the levels, long breakout 23,186 and short breakout 22,740. So in between this, 23,000 is the key level. Short straddle 23,000, keep a tab on it. And here for Nifty 11,435 and 11,300 is the long breakout and short breakout levels. So 11,400 is what you have to be very keen. Today I have taken a short of 11,300, and once we started moving above the 11,000 the cloud, then I shorted more puts. Let us see the power of 2 also. Let us see the power of 2. Missed out the power of 2. What happened in the power of 2? How you could have taken the non-trend moves in the charts. So today, if you see the go long and go short level, there only we have been behaving entire day actually. Let us see what happened in case of Nifty. In case of Nifty, if you see here, the go short level was there. There you can see the market was not going there near also. Today it went near the go short breakout level at the opening. After opening another half an hour, then started moving on the upside. So I have mentioned that whenever the short breakout near that, below that only, you have to don't short the puts. Above the short breakout reversal, you are seeing this candle, the last candle, red candle, what you saw. Once we cross above this red candle, then go for the shorting puts. You can, as a risky trader, you can take a puts here also, short put here also, once you see a reversal candle. And Ehler Fisher also gave the reversal here. That is another beauty of this Ehler Fisher. And today the entire day it was moving inside one small range actually, and today it got rested at the 200 McGinley and then came down here again. At the close we broken the 200 McGinley and went above, but could not go near above the go short long breakout level. So it is range bound. So tomorrow look for the opportunity for shorting the long call options if it doesn't cross above long breakout and reverse from there. So always try to short the calls when it goes below the go short level. That's a very good condition and high probability trade. Sorry. Coming to the Bank Nifty, Bank Nifty was I have not completely ignored Bank Nifty today. This is the first day I'm Bank Nifty I completely ignored, because it is now eating the profits of Nifty actually sometimes. So I don't want to trade in Bank Nifty today. That's what happened. The 23,000 short straddle was a very good trade for the day. It is such a big instrument, trading in a very small range within just a few 100 points means 50 to 100 points is very risky, because anytime sudden move comes here, as I mentioned here, for example, you are shorting here 22 500 put means suddenly it gives a big move, then it will be difficult for you to control it. Your shorting call option will not give you the reward, will not give protection, and also bought put option also will not give you rewards. So you have to be very, very careful with this and take a right trades. So focus on Nifty for the time being, because there's a lot of juice is going to be from the Nifty only. Okay, so this is power of 2 for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now go to the learning time. Coming to the learning time, so today it's going to be something very interesting. But before that, I want to remind you, the fees is your likes. Please like the video so that I can bring you something interesting. I'm doing my karma, you do your karma by liking the videos. Let us go to Excel. Something in Excel only I'm going to tell you about what is nice about the artificial intelligence in Excel. So this is the Bank Nifty data from 2015 I have, and now I'm going to use artificial intelligence, which is in the actually insider edition. Where this version is not completely released for public actually. So this you'll not be able to see in your Excel actually. You'll be able to see only if you are using Office 365 and the insider version you have. So let me just go to this and clear the data, and then clear. Okay, now the entire data is there from 2015. Now once you go to data and press home, you'll be able to see ideas. Go to home and click ideas. You can see the ideas section. So once you click the ideas, then the ideas, artificial intelligence will read the data and ask you. You can ask any questions to that in a proper language. It's called natural language. ask any language, then the Excel will be able to answer you actually. Okay, now the data is from 2015 till today's latest date is here, and now actually it is reading the entire data, the full data from starting from 1st January 2015 till 2020, the yesterday's date, today's date actually. Now we are going to ask questions with Excel. Let me just allow the Excel to read the data. Since the data is a huge, little huge, it is taking some time to digest the data. Just wait for 2 seconds. Once the data is read, then we'll ask questions to Excel. Okay. I'm not sure what is the problem. Okay. Now, so we'll ask one question like highest change in year 2020. So this is what the highest change, 1800 points change happened in 2020. You can check this data yourself. What is the date? You can check. It just takes less than 1 second, 2 seconds to give this information. Highest change on Friday. So you remember this NS candle? This is one. It scans entire data. How much data is there in this? Almost 1400 rows of data. So in the 1400 rows of data is asking, is any question you ask, it is answering you. Average change on Mondays, 40 points. It takes all the Mondays and calculates the average change happen on Monday. This is only 40 points negative. Average change in year 2020. Sorry, 2020. 53 points average change. We'll ask another question. Total change in year 2015. In 2015, what is the total change? Just you can see, for example, if you just filter for 2015 and see total change, what happened, will be getting exactly the same. Total change, if you see, the total 1828.25. Okay, this is what this answer is giving. You can ask question once you start understanding the question how it is understanding, you would ask such a question that it can answer you. Highest close in year 2020, 32443. You know that. Highest close in year 2019 will tell you. Then this midpoint also, average is high and low. So let us understand, ask this question on. Okay, there is a news come also. Kamath panel report submits report. Let us see what is it. Average midpoint for year 2020. It takes the entire average midpoint for year 2020 and gives this 23,784. So 24,000 is going to be a very important point for us. So like there is something called 3-second rule. If you ask any question, if you don't get answer in 3 seconds, then there is of no use, because the mind of the person who is asking question will change after 3 seconds. So it's just giving you less than 10 seconds. Oh, no, sorry, 1 second. And also I have some week. Okay, for example, I given something called week. The last week was Monday to Friday, the week number 36. So week number 36, let us see what is the change, average change for week 36. So 86 points is the average change for week 36. 36th week of every year, starting from 2015, is the average change. So and the current week is week 37. Let us see average for week 37. What is the average? 54 points average change. So this is how you can use artificial intelligence in Excel. Hope you like the video. Please subscribe, like the channel, enjoy new things, new learnings, and definitely it's going to help you one day or other. Thank you so much.